what do we have for this Friday? What do I have to complain about? Well, I am working on something right now that is very irritating. This customer here had a wheel built up, and the company that built it up, they used some nice titanium spokes, and this is a nice bombshell rim with a nice bombshell hub. Well, whenever they built this wheel up, the spokes were way too long. The spokes were sticking through the nipples, and you just couldn't tighten the wheel anymore. So I took a measurement of the spokes and determined that they needed to be at least 2 millimeters shorter. So we started looking around. The camera person is my lovely wife. Say hello.
Hello.
So we ended up finding, or actually, we were trying to find some nice double-butted stainless steel spokes instead of titanium, because the titanium spokes are a little more brittle and
Happy Friday by Training with Jalen.
What's going on, Jalen?
This is a race wheel.
It is a race wheel for the BMX, and actually this wheel, interestingly, was being used by oh my gosh, being put on the spot here, Scott, and actually he just qualified for the World's Championship, and we're making sure his bike is good to go. He actually borrowed this bike.
The Steel Panther.
Yeah, he's showing my mess back area there. I need to clean that up so bad. He is not going to be actually using that bike. He borrowed it, and he's going to be using a Mongoose bike for the World's Championship. I was trying to get him a different bike, but the Mongoose that he's got is actually Mongoose is trying to make some actual race bikes. Now, most of the Mongooses are not the way they used to be, but these specific race Mongooses are actually pretty nice. But anyway, back to the wheel here. I tried to true his wheel. The spokes were way too loose. I couldn't do it anymore. Found out the spokes were too long. We tried to locate some spokes. We were having trouble finding some. The customer, the gentleman that actually loaned the bike to Scott, he actually located some other spokes, and he said that he could order them and have them sent here. We were like, okay. Right after he ordered the spokes, we ended up finding, we called Sapem Direct, and they'll deal with bike shops directly. And but anyway, the spokes were already ordered. So these spokes, whenever they came in, I measured it, and this one measures.
This is a special spoke measure.
Yeah, it measures 127. Actually, that one's
227.
Excuse me. Yes, you're right. 227, and it's 227 and a quarter. So that's pretty good. So whenever I measured it, I noticed that it was 227. So I built up the wheel. The wheel was not working out very well. There were a lot of tight spokes and a lot of loose spokes. And I was mentioning to my wife there that it was just like the spokes were of different sizes. So I took this thing apart. Actually, I didn't take it apart at first. I grabbed one of the first loose spokes, and then I put it on this tool here. And this one here measures 129.
229.
Excuse me. I keep doing 129. 229. And let's grab another one. So that one was 229. This one is 229. And this one here is another 229. There was some in here that was actually a 230. And then another 229. And so that one is a 233. Okay, right there. So that is not very good. So basically we're going to be, how you doing, Jake? Be with you in just a bit.
I'm trying not to put him on.
Yes. You want to switch to the other side to, so that we're keeping some people's privacies. So now I'm having to cut. Oh, by the way, this whole group of spokes right here are all the wrong size. This small group of spokes, I picked these out. These are 227. So over half of them are wrong. So that's my biggest gripe, because I got the wheel all the way built and I had to take it back apart, and I'm going to have to cut and thread them up. So that's my big gripe for the week right there. Another thing, support your local bike shops. Right now, the bike industry is really struggling due to several factors.
I'm going to let you hold this so I can take care of our customer.
Okay.
Sorry,
I'm going to turn it around here. So here's my spokes here that I'm working on.
I'm sorry.
So the bike industry right now is really hurting.
You ready to pick
and
up your bike?
it's due to many factors.
You know
2020 was amazing.
Okay.
I've never made so much money. It was a good time, and it was a good time for all bike shops.
We were talking about
sorry, blocking the camera there.
Okay, I don't know what.
Well, 2021 came along, and it was still hopping. Say hi, Zeke. So it was really hopping.
And panniers.
But the problem is we were starting to have trouble getting product. Okay. Well, 2022 rolled around, and we couldn't get product.
Too, or just
and also we started noticing that the demand was starting to go down.
I think it did.
Well, 2023 came along,
something,
and it just really slowed down even more.
Rack on it.
Well, the problem is all these bike companies, we were selling so much stuff that they were ordering more and ordering more and more.
There's like waterproof
We're even
ones,
guilty of that, because we actually ordered a lot of bikes that we didn't need.
They've got
okay. Well, we thought we needed them, but we were just trying to get whatever we could get. So right now, there's an awful lot of beach cruisers next door, because that's all we could get, and people were screaming for bikes.
Because
and we probably have.
What you're doing and what
how much do you think we've got? Like 20 beach cruisers over there that we can't get rid of. So they're nice beach cruisers. We'll sell them eventually, but we're going to have to sell them at a discount, which is going to hurt us. And also, it's actually just adding to the problem.
Give me just a minute.
All these bike shops, all these distributors, they have all these bikes, and the demand has dropped so much that right now the bike industry is in trouble due to just all these parts that they can't get rid of. It's a buyer's market. It's not a seller's market. Okay, so that's that right there. So we're doing fine. I mean, we're definitely feeling the pain a little bit, but we're doing fine.
I don't know if
we're a small shop. We don't have as big of bills as other bike shops, so we should be doing fine. We just got done with the third meeting. They're supposed to be doing a greenway right through here. It's supposed to be a greenway going, excuse me, all across North Carolina.
I think are the same.
And
this one's got
we're part of the planning board for going through Johnston County here. So we went to the third meeting, and it's doing pretty good. The greenway should be going right by my shop, which is going to really help us out. Now, they told us that they were going to be doing this greenway, that they were going to start on this greenway. Let me see, how long ago? 10 years ago. Happy Friday. Thank you very much. And do you think a drop? Well, hold on. Let me see if I can. There we go. Do you think the drop in pedal bike sales is due to the electric bikes? Yes. It's also part of that. But see, even the electric bikes, I sell electric bikes, and even those sales are down.
Everything's coming.
It's just
and nobody wants to do
too many too many options out there and not enough demand.
Because you're getting you're pretty
so
quick.
Back to the Greenway, it's supposed to be going right by the store, which is going to be exciting. They said they were going to start on this,
and the guy's like
10 years ago.
I'm gonna come pick it up,
and they still haven't even started on it. So I'm excited about going to these meetings because it's an exciting time. But whenever I was at the last meeting last week, I was a little frustrated because whenever they were talking about all these plans,
$2,000 worth of
they were talking about that we should have some visual
like that. I can't get the part.
confirmation that it's getting done within the next 10 years. And I'm like, oh my gosh, 10 more years. Now, of course, they said within 10 years, it could be,
technically,
starting next year, it could be 2 years from now, it could be 9.5 years. I hope I can hold out that long.
Other people are going, just get the money beforehand.
Don't stiff your bike shops. Because
give me your money before.
We've got so many bikes, that people have brought in that we spent a lot of money fixing up, getting new tires to derailleurs and such. And Zeke here can attest to this. We've got so many bikes next door that people said that they wanted fixed, and we got them fixed for them. And
just had a guy that came in yesterday.
They've never showed back up. I've got bikes that have been sticking around for over 6 years, but we've got a lot recently.
And then he calls me.
And unfortunately, a lot of them are like the really inexpensive Walmart bikes that don't ride good. They're not a great quality. And we even told the customers, don't fix this bike. I think my wife probably have. Hey, sweetie, do you have your microphone still on you?
I'm sorry.
Y'all are probably hearing her talk to.
I'm sorry. I was a customer.
Yes. But anyway, telephone. So we've got all these bikes that we spent all this money on, and we're trying to hold on to them. I'm trying not to get rid of them. I'll donate some to a local church that gives them away to people. I might potentially have to sell some to recoup some of my money. So take care of your bike shop. Oh man, we also we service electric vehicles for bikes, or excuse me, electric vehicles for kids. Sorry, and we just got a battery in yesterday, and I've been waiting for this from Razor for a while. When we got the battery, I was taking a look at the battery, and the battery was dated 3 years ago, and I was like, oh, this isn't going to be good. So I took the toy apart, the crazy cart, the Razor crazy cart, and hey, Zeke, can you hold the camera, because my hand is starting to get a little shaky. You can turn it around. So thank you, sir. You're a gentleman. So we got this thing all put together, and before I got it all put together, I decided to turn it on, and sure enough, the battery didn't have much charge to it. It was enough to light up the thing, but I plugged it in to test the battery, and the batteries were bad. So thanks, Razor.
Training with Jalen wants to know, do you have a Diamondback SR Pro Edition BMX frame?
Do I have a Diamondback SR Pro? I do not. I don't have very many Diamondbacks. I sold a Diamondback Super Streak not long ago. I'm regretting that now. I really wish I held on to that Diamondback Super Streak. I do have a very nice Silver Streak. Here, let me borrow this here, and we're going to just walk over here. Excuse the mess, but I've got a very nice Silver Streak that I've done a video on. This thing's like brand new. It's even got the chain guard on there. It's a beautiful bike, never been used.
Got another customer coming in.
Okay, so let's basically, that's 15 minutes. That's the WT Friday for today. That's pretty much all the stuff that we've talked about. So go out and ride if you can. The weather's starting to get a little nicer. And support your local bike shops. And I will see you later. Y'all take care.